Hey people, injured here, 3v3, Garvus Ice Gate, blue team. eM7 is a Warboss melee commander that walks through objects, some very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Alongside, Banangarama is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive commander, lots of manipulation and control abilities, begins in melee combat, has some good offense too. This is the Night Lord's elite scheme, looking pretty cool. And rounding off the blue team is Fredbrik as a Plague Champion, starts off range combat with his damage over time bolter, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but is slow. Red team, PurpleSquig is an Inquisitor, offensive commander, lots of great control and some support abilities too, begins in melee combat but can get ranged weapons. Alongside Topi is a Force commander, very good offense, fights in melee combat, can also tank, disrupt and support with buffs. And rounding off the teams is Hammer31515 as an Eldar Farseer support commander that fights in melee combat, lots of great buffs with some debuffs and control abilities too, up against the Warboss on the lonely west lane. And Banshees might wipe in retreat here, surely they will. The Warboss will get the last hit on this last model. Bang, bad start for Hammer. Mid, meanwhile, we see double Zinch worship infiltrating all of this stuff, but the Force commander has seen through it and is now trying to whack on these Chaos Space Marines. Shotgun scouts already in play, knocking back the Chaos Sorcerer, taking a lot of damage here. Good special attack and does get away. Force commander meanwhile peeling off some heretic models using his battle cry. Scouts just about getting away there. Wow, both squads just about getting away with one model. Tactical Marines now coming into melee combat and forcing off that heretic squad, and Orks helping out, or at least trying to get in position with double shooters, big shooters on one squad, sluggers in retreat, Warboss in retreat. Why is he retreating? I guess he just wants to heal up. East side meanwhile, a sentinel on the field for PurpleSquig with double guards on either side to support with repairs. Sentinel in turn protects them with its ground pound stone, which has been purchased. And he's just going to move forward and decap here, the Sentinel, which is its party trick. It can decap points but cannot cap them. A single entity with very good movement speed makes it a very annoying package. Decapping your stuff, you can't bleed it and it moves very quickly away from you. Sentinel, sorry, the Inquisitor in retreat, crossbow bolt pistol is up already. Sentinel, bang, the stomp, can't retreat of course, which is its downside I suppose, but it moves pretty damn quickly, as you can see here. It moves faster than these retreating guardsmen almost, but will take full damage from ranged weapons at all times since it can't retreat. Dire Avengers with guide on them from the Farseer, that's the buff that he starts with, and a very good one it is. Damage buff and a range increase to ranged weapons. She's getting shot to pieces here though, almost goes down, gets behind this shot blocker wall and gets away just about. These Dire Avengers are quite low as well, need to be careful, they can drop very quickly. Force commander gets too close to too much stuff and ouch. Heretic barrage kills a bunch of Dire Avengers. Tactical Marines though get away okay. We have one heretic squad with an aspiring champion, the other with grenade launchers, gives you a pretty decent balance early on between ranged and melee prowess. Also gives you the disruption from the heretic barrage. Chaos Space Marines there to just shoot stuff down and force melee combat when needed. These guys with Eternal Wars is Black Legion over here for Fredbrik, and Havoc's on the field for both players. That's actually double heretics, double CSM for Banangarama. PurpleSquig, Garvus and Catachan Devils on this east side, 450, 485. Meanwhile, west side is pushed back all the way back to the power, but here's Topi supporting with some assault marines over here. We just saw Hammer on the east side, of course, replaces their Banshee. Shuriken in a bit of trouble. Sets up, getting shot at by grenade launchers. Look at the amount of stuff over here. Double Zinch worship, some Nurgle worship, giving the health regeneration to the Plague Champions units. Sentinel getting double repaired, taking shots from grenade launchers though. And is that thing hidden from the grenade launchers? No, it's not. It can shoot over objects obviously. Wow, he needs to be careful with this. Yeah, they're forced off. 450, 462. a special attack and a stomp in one there from the Warboss, but he retreats through an entire wall and the rest of his army follows. He's got 2 against him and might lose his power completely here. There are Banshees who can chop down power quite quickly with their power swords. They have the aspect of strength. Oh no, so Topi is not going to help bash power here. He's moving off. Maybe he can do it by himself. He's going to get at least 1 generator here, as you can see. Puts guide on the Howling Banshees, which will buff their damage. Doesn't only affect ranged weapons, only range buff obviously does. 450, 439, 2-to-1 cap for blue team, tier 2 for eM7 even, and Hammer also going tier 2. More Havocs for Fredbrik. He's really going to hold the line up here, isn't he? Up against an Imperial Guard player that could backfire with Manticores. There's the crippling volley from the crossbow bolt pistol. Heretics moving in now, free to move in now that the crossbow bolt pistol has used its ability, but there is the shotgun blast from the Catagens, so not so free after all. They're soaking up a lot of damage, those Heretics, and he's forced off the Imperial Guard army. Can bash power now, and should do. Heretics need to run away. There we go. Oh, he's seen the improvised explosive put down by the sneaky Catagens, spotted by the Heretic aspiring champion, and moving his Havocs up. Well played from Fredbrik. Don't keep your setup teams too static. Force Spawner levels up to 2. Already has Armor of Alacrity and Iron Halo. Passively buffing his speed. I think it's 0.5 speed, and can use the sprint ability. 2-to-1 cap. Warboss has found some tactical marines to be angry at. As a 42.5 DPS melee weapon to begin with, is not bad at all. One of the highest, I believe, behind the Lictor Alpha and Hive Tyrant, I think. Then it's the Warboss, and then it's the Force Commander. I think that's right. .450, 377. Power generator getting shot down very slowly. These guys should be behind cover because that crossbow bolt pistol is a ranged weapon, shooting them down. Piercing damage. Down goes the Warboss. On his natural VP, he's recovered well here, Hammer, from that early Banshee loss. Bit of help from Topi, but that's what team games are all about. Has double scouts with shotguns. No, the other squad has a sergeant and is getting the elite training, which allows them to infiltrate and improves their health regeneration, I think, while out of combat or while idle or something like that. 450, 378. Sentinel with that missile launcher loading in those frag missiles, shooting up the Space Marines, which are in turn shooting the Inquisitor. Havoc getting shots in, but his Sentinel being repaired up. Assault Marines jumping in now, need to be careful. Heretics moving in, and those guys are still pretty dangerous in tier 2 in melee combat. The Plague Champion has nothing in terms of war gear, and Banangarama needs to move up here and support, because he thinks the engagement's lost. He might think it's lost and is staying back to protect the power. 450, 365. If that's the case, he's just shift his army over a little bit. Sluggers moving in, going straight after the Sentinel, are they? No, they need to stomp. There's the Swampum. Sluggers need support here. 450, 361. There is the crippling volley. They need to run away. Sentinel levels to 2. Sluggers do get away. They were split up, which helped them out a bit actually, because the Catagens are forcing melee combat there. Double shooters now moving in, out, taking big chunks of damage from the Sentinel's frag missile launcher. Force Commander almost level 3. Chaos Dreadnought on the way for Banangarama. Tactical Marines moving up. Are they going to push mid? Looks like they might. It's decapped over here. There's the Sigil of the Rift, displacing a Shuriken cannon. What is the ability actually called? Warp Rift. There we go. Does your Shuriken get away? Plague Champion doing work with that damage of a Time Bolter and finishes off the Shuriken. That's why that weapon is so awesome. Does quite a lot more damage in Elite compared to Retail, I believe. That Sentinel doing really well. Havoc's galore over here. These guys getting a auto cannon for Fredbrik. He's getting double autocannons. Yes, he is. That's going to be dangerous. Here's a Wraith Lord though. Melee walk-off for Eldar can get a shoulder-mounted weapon, which doesn't affect its prowess in melee combat, which is a massive bonus to this guy. Doesn't get an ability though until tier 3 with the Wraith Bow, which you need to purchase, which is a self-heal. Wrist-mounted little shuriken catapult as well, and a massive amount of heavy melee splash with that big Ghostglaive sword. There it is, bang, might finish off that squad if he hits again, but he's taking damage now from the autocannons of the Chaos Dreadnought and the Havocs. Needs to back away. Now we see him back away. Chaos Dreadnought with a, I suppose that's a twin-linked autocannon or a report autocannon or whatever it is. By default, good damage to all targets, small area of effect, but he's going for the Markov Tzeentch, and that's because he wants to shoot down that Wraith Lord with the missile launcher. Are we going to see the Bright Lance? Ogren's on the field for PurpleSquig. Always happy to see these guys charging around, smacking stuff in melee combat. They do heavy melee damage, which you see indicated by that hammer icon. Meanwhile, west side, pressure on the power. It's Topi over here helping out. Or in fact, taking over. Where's the Eldar stuff? It's all over on the east side. They're trying to swap places over there. Ogren's moving in, taking a lot of damage though from those double autocannons. Good grief. And Markov Tzeentch CSM, that's going to be tough to break through. He might need a Manticore here. Surprised he didn't get one really, since he's up against 3 Havocs. Will also do a lot of damage to the Dreadnought, those Manticore strikes. Right, Lance is shoulder mounted on the Wraith Lord now. Hammer looking quite thin, but eM7 also looking quite thin, with basically back to his tier 1 army of sluggers and double shooters. Pathogens putting down another improvised explosive. There it is. Do not have their Sergeant who gives them a melter gun. Oh, CSM dropping a model, but they do finish the cap. No Nurgle Shrine over here. 440, 361. Tzeentch missile launcher, not with full accuracy. But is getting shots off. Inquisitor moves forward, has the Excruciators. Awesome piece of wargear. 430, 361. There is a Nurgle Shrine. There we go. Did he hear me? Heretics need to worship it though to get the full benefit of reinforcement and stuff. Lots of pressure on this west side. Librarian on the field for Topi with the 4-staff. That was a nice grenade as well. Or, well, it almost wiped his assault marine, so maybe not that nice. He's going to bash power though, and his assault marines did get away just about. That's really close to wiping his own assault marines entirely. How many shooters did he kill with that? I think he killed 3 or 4. Banshee's moving in on the Plague Champion, who has the Icon of Nurgle and the Armor of Pestilence, passively damaging nearby enemies. And there's the Aura of Decay. He might get the Fist as well. 398, 361. The Sentinel should switch to crack missiles. 2 to uncap. There is the crack missile getting a shot in. Big standoff over here, and finally Manticore on the field doing its thing. Can it wipe those heretics maybe? Nope, they retreat out. They're okay. Now it's the first Manticore strike. The first Manticore strike, always really important. Try and get that element of surprise. They need to be really careful with their Havocs. Now look at the damage these Ogryns have taken. That was painful. He should just move those to mid or the west side, I think. Try and split his army a bit. So they're going to have no joy over here without some serious Manticore action. Wraith Lord moving into melee. He's judged it well. He's judged it very well there, Hammer. Nice play. Tzeentch just out of range. The Tzeentch Dreadnought, that is. And now Wraith Lord having some fun smacking stuff around. Needs to be careful though. Tzeentch Dreadnought coming into range now. And there's nothing to support apart from that Sentinel, so needs to move away. Do not risk it. Is he going to get away? Is he waiting too long? He's still chasing down his CSM. He's going to lose it. Should have moved away as soon as this thing started firing. Started off as good play, but he loses his Wraith Lord. 389, 335. This Farseer is not going to last long. Has Moon Armor and the Gravity Blade. I'm not sure why they've gone for that. I suppose to fight the Orks, but it was only Sluggers and the Warboss, I think. Looted tank on the field for eM7. Hammer looking very thin now, just with Wraithguard is what he's gone for. Good choice against all of those setup teams, and these Howling Banshees still running around. Ouch. Those autocannons painful. Look at the pain to get back to base, ladies. 389, 314. Good Manticore strike set up by Assail. And crippling volley as well. Yeah, you can only retreat out of crippling volley. There's that Nuggle Shrine doing its thing. Dreadnought being repaired. Where is the Plague Champion? It's back at base. Level 2 does not have a weapon upgrade. So Topi's Force Commander with the Thunder Hammer now. Big engagement here. Veil of Time on these Las Cannon. Devastator's getting shots on the looted tank and it's still active. Can they get another rear armor hit here? Removes the setup team. Removes the setup time, I should say. Smack. Snaring the target. Sometimes need to be careful. Getting low. Did he run away? 389, 281, 2-1 for blue team. They've had the top sewn up for quite a while now. Obviously PurpleSquig should have gone for double Manticores instead of the Ogrins, but maybe the Ogrins will come into play right now. Suppressed and shot to pieces. Losing a model, soaking up a lot of damage, but they are getting trounced every time they come into combat. Red team are taking blue team's natural though. Are blue team too static here? Seems to be targeting the heretics with his Manticore strikes. Fredbrik lost a lot of stuff. Lost a Havoc squad, must have been when I was watching mid. The Dreadnought is still around though. 388, 264. Trying to flank his Hammer with double Banshees. What is he up to? Did they get away? One squad gets away. Just about 13 hit points. That was an incredibly ballsy move, which didn't pay off at all. Flanked around these stairs, I believe. 376, 264. Topi's Force Commander hitting level 5. Yeah, not very well. Hammer just has 2 squads. Fredbrik has 3 squads. Slightly healthier state in terms of his resources. In fact, he could get a Great Unclean one reasonably soon, in about 2 minutes or so. 358, 264, Wraithguard doing terrible things for those shooters, but here's a knob squad from eM7. For some reason I can't. There we go. Zinch Dreadnought continues to charge around, shooting the crap out of stuff. And wow, lots of dead guardsmen. Full retreat there from PurpleSquig, a little bit sloppy, and Chaos Terminator is called in by Fredbrik. That's what he went for then. Been using these a lot more recently myself in 2.3 with the improved health regeneration. Finding them very, very useful. Rod of Warp Fire up for the Chaos Sorcerer. I haven't seen a lot of this guy doing stuff. Where have you been? That's kind of trying to get shots on these Plague Marines of Banangarama, but failing to do so. Very, very low hit rate against small units, which is what regular infantry usually is. 358, 339. Zinch worship. You can actually worship your allies' shrines even if you're not the same commander, and you'll get the full benefit from them. 358, 231. Ogrin's coming into play. They're still alive. As long as these guys are alive, they might have a really good engagement that swings the entire game. They forced everything off the east side. Fredbrik is coming back mid though, and has an autocannon for his Chaos Terminators. Topi's Librarian still level 1. Back at his natural VP, and there's a D cannon for Hammer. Double D cannons in fact, both covering the mid. Look at the range they have. That might be really bad news for those Orks. 358, 215 looted tank coming east side. Ogren's getting shot to pieces, trying to finish off this shrine, but they shouldn't risk it. Might lose them in retreat even. How have they still got 3 models, 58 hit points? Are you kidding me? 28 hit points with 3 models, 19. 2 models with 18 hit points, and they do get down to 1. That was crazy. 358215. Force Commander seems upset and is going after some heretics. A really good smite from the Librarian. One of his starting abilities. Is going into combat with this 71 DPS power weapon. Iron Halo goes up. Lots of stuff dying on this east side. Marcus Incius under the 2 models. What is this on the way? It's a Lehman Russ on the way for PurpleSquig. Where are those double D cannons? Are they moving up to the east side? No, they're still mid. One of them forced off. Oh, one of them's on the east side. Here we see it. Has that awesome singularity, and the Noble Shrine lives. You can repair this thing. Which the Plague Champion himself can do, of course. Nob Squad coming east side with their Nob Leader and Mina in greener. So they are going to be pretty damn dangerous. They don't have their hammers yet, but they're still pretty damn effective without it. These massive chain axes are still heavy melee weapons. Single gen and 6 gens up for blue team, so they will have the power advantage in tier 3. Red team taking a natural back. 358202. Farseer's down. Level 2. More Chaos Terminators this time for Banangarama, and he's also going for an autocannon. That's going to be painful. Still has one of his autocannon Havoc squads as well. Fredbrik, level 3. Fire Prism on the field for Hammer is recovered reasonably well. Double Fire Prisms. Double D cannons and a Fire Prism, I should say. Or can he make use of it? Still has that Wraith Guard squad running around as well. But can they stop this Nob Squad? They do have the Force Commander for it with the Thunderhammer. Maybe the Farseer should get her Ghost Helm. There's Frenzy, used a bit earlier, I think. And now Frenzy's worn off. What can they do? Force Commander needs to turn around. He misses with the Force Barrier. Going into that Nob Squad with that forced off, doing a lot of damage. Good Merciless Strike, and the Nob Squad is forced off. Went in all alone. Did the Farseer go down again? I think she did. 358152. Where are those D cannons? They are one on the east side, one in the middle. Doesn't seem to be set up though. There's a singularity. No, it is set up. There we go. Terminators debuffing stuff with that demoralization, as you see those red markings. Decreased damage. Ouch. And they will take more damage as well. 358136. Havoc's back at base. Can they take this east side back though? Oh! Chaos Terminator's going down. Those are Fredbriks. Wow, this Executioner does not mess around. Is that a full splash? That's crazy. 358119. Blue team continue to take hold of the game though. They have the east side. Fake Marines forced off. Red team need to push mid now. Come on. The tank is there. Fire Prism just about lives. And some Dire Avengers late game for Hammer. Fredbrik going for a Land Raider Phobos. This guy's lost a lot in this game. Flash gets on the field for eM7 with blasters in. Topi took some friendly fire from a singularity, I think. Manticore Strike almost finishing off that Dreadnought, got very close to doing so. Lehman Russ backing away, and red team have taken the east side for the 2-1. Are they going to get a triple cap here? Scouts being sneaky, decapping under infiltration. They might just decap and move away. There's the big boom shot. And hits terrain, did it? Yes, I think it did. 334115. Double cap. Are they seriously going to get a triple? No, they're not. Shooter boy is moving up. Force Commander capping mid. Is important to keep capping even late game in team games. Can make a big difference. And he doesn't finish the cap. 312115. Plague Champion level 4 does now have that Plague Fist, and those are dead Catechins. Wow. Ike of Nurgle finishing them all off. Ogrins in all sorts of trouble, need to run away. There we go. I'm amazed these guys are still alive, still level 1. Might see a force barrier here. Massive change, of course, in 2.3. You can now fire and forget it and control your librarian afterwards. 282-115. Assault Terminators on the field for Topi and Deacon getting shots in. Plague Champion is actually trying to chase down this Leman Russ. He's so slow though. One of the reasons he's bad at anti-vehicle, even with this heavy melee weapon. Phobos on the field on the east side. 271-115. Shooter boys coming into play. There's a Noxious Cloud. Down goes the looted tank, and Hammer has nowhere near enough red to drop an Eldritch, so this Phobos might be safe for a little while. Assault Terminators are on the field though. Is he going to commit them, or does he want to commit them? Because he knows there's a Nob Squad around. Or does he just go for a Lightning Claws to demolish the Nob Squad? Nope, he's going after them with the Assault Terminators. I thought he was going to go straight after the Phobos. The Phobos not using its Dirge Caster. There is Veil of Time, going to use it to chase down the Phobos. Some pathing issues here. There's the Dirge Caster. 248-115. Massive engagement. Nob Squad basically tanking an army and a half here. They are eventually persuaded to leave. And Assault Terminators going to town on the Phobos. There's a rocket run, actually getting a lot of friendly fire on the Assault Terminators, and an orbital which doesn't hit a whole lot. It captures the Sorcerer, but I don't think it hit anything else. This is a dead Phobos. Down it goes. Cannot stand up to a prolonged assault, the Phobos. Force One is level 9, and he has the Sacred Standard constant damage buff to allies. Assault Terminators though, and they're in trouble. They've used their teleporter, and these guys have Lightning Claws, and they will tear them to shreds. They used their teleport to escape the rocket run. He's going to lose them, is he? He's got a lot of support now. Can he keep his Assault Terminators alive? No, he cannot. Down they go. Are the Chaos Terminators going to get away though? Yes, they teleport out, they live. Force Commander also lives. Massive engagement. Touch of Noble Heretics chasing down Ogrins, who do just about again get away. 225-111. Very quiet elsewhere on the map. Touch of Noble Heretics escape. Are they level 4? They're level 3. There's the remains of the Phobos. A Predator tank on the field for Topi. Avatar of Cain or Hammer going to hit the field. Fredbrik has his second Chaos Terminator squad. Those are the guys you saw with the Lightning Claws. 213-111. Manticore Strike. It's nothing, but did force off the Flash Gits. Warboss with Power Claw now going straight after the Predator tank. 95 DPS. Heavy melee, has heavy armor as well. Level 4 with Angry Bits. Almost 2,000 hit points. Fire Prism should be able to knock the Warboss off the cap. Here we go. It's forced off there. And blue team push back on this east side. Really good recovery from red. Phobos dealt with quickly. The first Chaos Terminator squad dealt with quickly. They do have this level 3 Chaos Dreadnought to still deal with. Lightning Claw Terminators are going to be a pain in the arse as well. And Banangarama still has this, but they're back at base. Needs to move them up. Avatar now on the field. Super unit for Eldar provides some awesome buffs to nearby infantry, allied infantry obviously, and is pretty tasty in combat. Has the Wailing Doom, which has wiped many a squad's. Smack. Takes down a shooter boy. Smack. Heavy melee splash of course, and wipes out the shooter boy squad. eM7 not paying attention to those guys. Trying to take their natural back, blue team here. 154-111. Red team in the ascendancy. This Avatar needs to be careful though, taking so much damage from all this stuff. Has super heavy infantry armor, so Inferno rounds from the Marcos Inc. CSM doing a lot of damage. And of course the las cannons there, the Chaos Terminators with their auto cannon, the Zinch Dreadnought. The Avatar does live though. 138-111. Here comes the battering ram of the Ogryn squad. Oh, teleported out with Scissor of the Rift. Down goes the Fire Prism. Good play there from Banangarama. Usage of the Rift or Warp Rift to get his Plague Marines in position to finish off the Fire Prism, and they get away with 2 models. Well played. Took it down. That's just one thing you've taken down though. Still a lot more stuff here. 137, 106. Red team continue to hold. Down go the Ogrins. This Plague Champion is starting to get a bit scary. Goes after the Avatar. Avatar needs to be careful. He's down, he's down, he's down. There's a Lightning Claw Terminators. They would have killed it in seconds if all of that other stuff didn't. There's level 4 CSM. Yeah, ungodly amounts of damage with that Marco Zinch. And blue team retake the east side, I think. Was that a singularity? It was. Smash. These guys level 4 are able to survive. Plague Champion needs to be careful. Used his Pestilent Strike there, as you see. 137, 83. Runs away. Can they cap it? Sorcerer will try. Assail on these Chaos Terminator is incredibly annoying for them, since they can't retreat out and they are done for. There we go. Stuns and snares are very, very bad news for Terminators. 13783. Scouts will come and decap. He should be pushing up. Not sure what, oh, he's waiting for Vanguard veterans. Blue team take back the east side then. 13781 with the 2-to-1 cap. Nurgle Shrine. Double Marco Zinc CSM level 3 and level 3 for Banangarama. So they have a hell of a lot of anti-infantry, a lot of anti-everything. Pretty much. They have a Last Cannon, Plague Marines as well, and that Marco Zinc Dreadnought still. I don't think I've seen him used a single Frenzy Barrage that I can remember seeing. Oh, Tactical Marines take it back. Really? You let them take it back? Well, there isn't 3 tanks here, I suppose, with a repair bunker. That's going to be annoying. Red team decapping. Blue's natural. Nob squad getting knocked around by this Force Commander. He's doing so well. He's level 10. Vanguard veterans with Thunderhammer, Lightning Claw and 2 Power Swords. Nob squad getting handled here, but they will take down the Force Commander eventually. He's doing incredibly well though. Eventually goes down to Flash Gits. I think that finished him. Nob squad were whacked though. He's going for triple Flash Gits. eM7. That was some really good play from that Force Commander. Red team back, firmly back in control. 73, 78, double cap for red. eM7 with triple Flash Gits, and they're just going to get jumped by the Vanguard veterans, aren't they? Also a Fire Prism here to be really annoying. Plague Champion decapping under Pestilent Strike, which gives him, I think it's 80% range damage resistance, might even be more than that. So it's a fantastic capping tool. That was Dark Flames there on the Eldar stuff. Look at all the damage though from these tanks. Double Executioner Cannon, Lehman Russes. This one is level 4. How much damage is that doing? 33, 78. Blue team running out of time. And they're going to have a triple against him here, I think. Manticore Strike. Forces off the Havocs. Quick time. Yeah, these tanks are a real problem. Just 3 of them stacked up. This one's further back. And that is a nasty rocket run. Wiping out CSM, I believe. Heretic still around. Well, there's the double cap, and red team take it, coming back really strong at the end. And well played to Sir Topi, who did a really good job pushing mid and supporting both sides. And Hammer lost a lot of stuff, but he did come back pretty good. eM7 with triple Flash Kits at the end. If triple Flash Kits are supported, they are so dangerous, but on their own, with Vanguard veterans to jump them, they're going to be able to achieve a whole lot. This is looking at Commanders end of the game. Level 7 Warboss, over 2,000 hit points with that heavy armor. Banangarama, level 9 Sorcerer, wow, did well. Rod of Warpfire, Demon armor. Sigil of the Rift, he had a really good move where he got his Plague Marines in position to take down the Fire Prism. He's got a lot of resources here, as you can see. I think that's because he suddenly lost a lot of stuff and maybe he couldn't purchase anything before. Fredbrik, level 6 Plague Champion. Plague Fist, Pestilence, Icon of Nurgle. The Inquisitor did well with the Sail, wiping out those Terminators. Had Rosarius as well, level 5. That awesome Force Commander that we saw, and a level 4 Farseer. Don't think I saw a single levitation, must have used it though. Rune Armor and Ghost Helm was up. Thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.